Okay. Today I will talk about scientific education. And first, Murata asked me to talk about environmental programs. But later he asked me to change the topic into music because the next speaker speak about music. So, yeah.
Is it my fault?
Yeah.
This is a creativity.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the content of my talk. First, I will speak about the status of the public understanding of science, and next we will speak about scientific literacy, and after that we will use music for the education of scientific literacy. Okay, and scientific literacy is for general citizens, not for the audience of the conference, but for general citizens. And some citizens claim for science that science is far from creative because there are no space of diversity. For example, if there are, in general, we have several diverse phenomena. Phenomena A and B and C and D, for example. But some people think that science deal with only the universal aspect. So this is a very narrow vision. So with this direction, so some people feel surrounded for science because science cuts diversity. And also at hospital, evidence-based medicine is a trend of modern medicine. And in such evidence-based medicine, one sometimes thinks that science determines the choice of therapy. And for the image, some people feel surrounded also. It is a misunderstanding of EBM, but so there are many misunderstandings of science among citizens, which promotes unnecessary confusion in a society. So the confusion comes from the confusion between scientific evidence and value judgment. For example, you can ask which is bigger, moon or Earth. You can answer for the question by scientific issues. But you cannot answer such question, which animal do you like better? This one or this one? So, what science in a social context is a target of science education. So, maybe you know that the PISA test, the test for the survey of the age of 15 in the 20 or 30 countries of OECD countries, the main focus was that the competency, namely identifying scientific issue, differentiating between scientific issue and issues that are not related to science. So I represent one sample item of the PISA test for 15 age. So you will have the answer easily, but which one of the following questions cannot be answered by scientific evidence? A, what was the medical or physiological cause of the victim's death? B, why was the victim stabbed many times? Is taking cheek scrubbing a safe way to collect DNA sample? Do all identical twins have exactly the same profile? I'll skip the answer. So, the importance of scientific literacy is noticed worldwide, but the difficulty is how to teach scientific literacy for students. Because we have taught what science can. It is called knowledge of science, but as a scientific literacy, one has to teach also knowledge about science. Not knowledge of science. No, we have to teach knowledge of science, and also we have to teach knowledge about science. So what science cannot do is the target, namely limits of validity of science. there are several pioneering books, but the material is very few. So music is, I think music is ideal material for scientific research because music has two aspects, universality and also diversity. So we designed a new laboratory course for freshmen in Tohoku University, my university, and 1,800 students per year have this course, which the students come from both arts and sciences. So, at the first, we will make a question for the students, why musical scale is discrete? Because now we are talking, now I'm talking not in a scale, not in a musical scale, but musical scale used as a discrete in height, namely frequency. And also, one can apply such kind of musical scale into Japanese traditional music also. And also, do, mi, so is a principal code, you know, and which, why do, mi, so is principal? It's worldwide. And also, you have there are several variety or diversity in music. For example, nowadays, we have typically two kinds of musical scale, just temperament and equal temperament. And one may ask that which musical scale is better. It is, as I said, that there are two musical scales, just temperament and equal temperament. The frequency ratio between the two is different. So we use a guitar, this guitar, only in this course. So discover natural law by 5 cents with a guitar only. So with this experiment, the student will realize what is the cause of the discrete frequency of musical scales. For example, this is a very simple guitar, and now I played 6 notes from do to sol by touching this half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. You will have the principal notes in the musical scale. This is very universal, and this applies string instruments and also horn instruments. So such kind of experiment, you will find that why a musical scale is discrete, because it is because of harmonics, namely by natural law, and also natural law governs the musical scale. So and natural law are independent of time and space, and you have the universality in culture. And the do mi so, why do mi so is the principal chord? It involves do mi so is 4th and 5th and 6th harmonics, and also do re mi is 8th and 9th and 10th harmonics. So students will realize without any special knowledge, but by themselves. So you have you have the knowledge of universality in culture, which is based on the universality of natural law. But the next is, I think, is more important for scientific research, how to study diversity in relation to science. So with the experiment, the student will find that for just temperament, you have harmony without beat. So it is merit for just temperament. But you don't have freedom of change in key. It's a demerit for just temperament. And also you have the merit of harmony, you have the demerit of harmony without beat. Like you have beat, in equal temperament, but you have the freedom of key in equal temperament. And it is also available by the experiment. We will apply the two notes of me. One is the just temperament and one is equal temperament, simultaneously. It's difficult. Do you hear the beat? Between the two notes? Okay. You can hear the beat with the two notes. So, in the music, in the present music, we use equal temperament, for example, for piano and guitar and organ. And we use just temperament for chorus, string ensemble, brass ensemble, and also most primitive music. So the people should realize what science can. And science, people realize that science shows several evidences, merit and demerit of the two musical scales. And also it is helpful to make a decision and also help to understand the diversity of culture. For example, you can consider the problem why equal temperament was introduced in Europe. It will be related to comparative culture. And also the people will find that what science cannot do. So which musical scale is better or not, it is not a scientific matter, because to choose one musical scale is based on the value judgment. So such kind of question cannot be answered by scientific evidences. So there is no conflict between science and diversity. Namely, students will find the limits of validity of science, namely knowledge about sciences. And for the environmental problems that Lasse and Forrest asked me, this kind of knowledge is very important to deal with environmental problems, because we have precautionary principles. In your country, precautionary principle is in law. So for such kind of problem, what science do and also what science cannot do is very important to deal with the problem called precautionary principle. So the response of the student is that 51 have strong interest and 6% little interest. But most students realize what we expect. And we have several educational efforts, and now just improving to be suitable for students with diverse cultural backgrounds and interests. Okay, so this is the final slide. In this experiment, students learn what evidence-based decision. What is evidence-based decision? And through the choice of musical scale, students acquire knowledge about science, identifying scientific issue and limits of validity of sciences. So, and with this experiment, students remove their misunderstanding about science. So the main question of the conference, what